Hi, my name is Sadie, and I am a multimedia artist based out of Salt Lake City, Utah. And welcome to my YouTube channel, where I will be sharing my experiences running my small art studio and shop, Sadie Jane Creations. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, sorry, okay. Anyways, this first video was a huge learning experience for me and a lot of fun. I really enjoyed getting to learn a new creative skill. Some of the footage is a little older from, maybe the summertime or so. I kind of held on to it a little longer than I wanted to. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I wasn't sure if I wanted to have this content be floating around out there on the internet. I'm a pretty shy person. But I also really love so many of the creators and communities on these platforms that they've really inspired me to want to open myself and my art practice more to others. This vlog is very relaxed. There's a lot of painting footage, and I got some really good footage of the lunar eclipse that was back in June. Just so amazing, I had to include it. But yeah, I share a little bit more about me and my creative practice, things that inspire me, where I kind of am in the process of launching my small art business, because I haven't actually launched yet. I thought, I'm getting so close and it's such an exciting time, for me at least. Thought it'd be a really fun time to kind of share with everyone on this YouTube channel. So yeah, I will keep you updated on that. So yeah, I have 3 beautiful oil paintings that I finished over the summer that will probably be like the pieces that I debut for this business launch. And that's what I'll be kind of focused on for these first 3 videos that I release here on YouTube. So yeah, I really hope you like it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Alright, hi guys, welcome to my first voiceover. I thought I'd just start things off and share a little bit more about me and my creative journey so far. Growing up, I read a lot of different books and I listened to a lot of different music, and in general, I just kind of spent a lot of time in my own imagination. And I, always loved to draw, color, and paint. It's something I just kept going back to throughout my life. And it's crazy because now at this point, I've actually probably been doing it for most of my life. I've been painting mainly with watercolor since I was around 13 years old, but for the last 5 years, I've mainly been working with oil paints, and I love it. I've always been inspired by illustrations in books and cartoons. I remember some of my favorite illustrations and artwork growing up were like Lisa Frank. I remember I had this rainbow Pegasus back when I was like in the 1st grade, and I loved it so much. I would still rock that today if I had it. Sailor Moon, when that came along, it was a big inspiration, and it totally caused this crazy anime drawing phase for me as a kid. And for the holidays, my mom and I would get really into like Thomas Kincaid puzzles, and I just, loved looking at all the details that he would put in these landscapes. Was amazing. And, going to school when I got a little bit older and stuff, I remember I had this prized collection of folders from The Magical Ocean, Robert Wyland, that I loved so much. As I got older, I started studying more of the classics, and I quickly started collecting a list of my favorites. And there are just so many beautiful creators out there, and it's always so inspiring to study them. I also loved, I guess, what I would consider the more alternative or maybe considered less classical styles of art, such as pin-up artists like Gil Elvgren and the art styles found in tarot cards and tattoos. Personally, I enjoy a wide variety of subjects and styles in my own art, as well as in the art of others. I like to paint landscapes, still life, and abstracts, but over the last couple of years, I've mainly been painting anatomy, particularly human anatomy, but I've also been branching out, trying to get into more like animal, maybe insect, and flora anatomy or biological art studies. I'm drawn to heavy, almost exaggerated color use. And expressions of deeper emotions and elements of fantasy or a spiritual aspect always speak to me. So I'm not way big at recording or taking pictures of myself, and I've been trying to work on that. So I've kind of just been randomly setting up my gear and recording myself, trying to kind of make it just more of a habit. And I had this footage and I thought I'd throw it in here. Just, a little behind the scenes of me working on this piece. I love how I get up to close this curtain. I recently got this curtain and I wasn't sure about this idea when we put it up, but I actually love it. Not only is it really useful for a quick backdrop when I need it, but it kind of helps with my concentration to kind of just cover up my closet sometimes. My setups right now are pretty much makeshift, but they've worked, and it's been good. It's helped me afford to focus more on the quality of my supplies and the equipment that I'm using. My desk right here is actually in my bedroom at the moment, and it's constantly in use. So I'm sorry for my messy desk, but I figured I'm just kind of keeping it real. Everything isn't perfect and organized all the time, especially for, I know, people with, more creative jobs. What can you do? I wanted to take a second and bring up one of the newer pieces of equipment I was finally able to invest some money into, which are these professional grade LED lights. And I know for a lot of people, lights are probably not the most exciting thing, but for painting, being able to better control the lighting is so important. If your lighting is too cool, you'll overcompensate with the colors of paint you're mixing and make them too warm, and vice versa. So again, if you like making art, even just for fun, that might be a really good investment to kind of consider one day. And on top of that, you can use them for so many other things. I actually also really love to use them to take professional photographs, which actually even, obviously help my art practice that much more. Anyways, the end of 21 and 22 have been hectic, to say the least. Lots of learning, relearning, planning and preparing, and thankfully some celebrating. I've been working on launching this small art business for the last 4 years or so, on the side of everything else, including working a couple part-time jobs. And as I've gotten closer to launching this business, I've been trying to figure out how to keep the balance in my life. If you have any helpful tips on this, please comment below. It's kind of always been a struggle for me, and now with things, getting even crazier, I just think it's a good idea to practice these habits, I guess. I did take some time off at the end of 2021 that I wasn't expecting to have my second baby, which was so wonderful. It was really helpful before, getting everything going to just take some time and take a step back and reset and reevaluate my priorities. And I also got to take some time again in the month of July to celebrate my son's 4th birthday, which is so crazy how fast time flies. I can't believe how big my little studio assistant is getting. So yeah, it's an exciting time, it's a crazy time. I've had some nerves kind of leading up to this whole thing, and I try to just remind myself to, enjoy this journey as it happens. One day I'll probably look back on this and miss those days, which, hindsight's a bee. So yeah. Have to take a picture of it. What's Daddy doing? What's he doing? You're so sweet. It's been a few years since I've shown a lot of people what I've been working on. When I decided to seriously pursue a creative career, I wanted to treat the pieces I was going to debut professionally a little bit differently than the other art pieces I've created. So I took the time and gave myself some privacy to kind of figure out what I liked creating and what I wanted to express through my art. I wanted to make sure I was creating from my heart and soul without any thought to what others would think. So I just kind of kept it to myself and made sure I was really in love with the pieces before I let others see them. Which in retrospect feels like it was the right move, because I feel like now I'm on a path with my creative practice that feels more sincere to who I am and what interests me. It's always fun going over the process for a finished piece, and I love going back and reviewing how it turned out. When I started this piece, I wasn't sure if it was going to work out, and I was okay with that. I just wanted to try things out, see how it went, and this painting was honestly a really smooth process, and I think it's because I was so relaxed about it. And I feel like it has a more relaxed vibe to it, which is nice that transferred. Lately, I've been really into giving some of my paintings a hazy or almost blurry look, and I really wanted the sunflowers to have this quality. I wanted it to look like you looked at these sunflowers, but because the sun from the sunset was in your eyes, you didn't really see all the details of the flower, just the intense colors shining through the petals of the flower, like the warm reds from the sunset or the greens from all the leaves. Just like with a lot of my paintings, the vision I had in my head for this piece was very abstract, and figuring out how to get it to look the way I wanted it to is a very intuitive process, and it can be hard. It reminds me of trying to remember a distant memory or like a dream after you've been awake. I also wasn't really sure what I wanted a lot of the aspects of this painting to look like the sky. I kind of got lucky, which is nice, because as I was planning out the more final layers of this piece, I was looking over the reference photos, different sunflowers I was using, and in one of the pictures, a sunset really stuck out to me. And I ended up using it as inspiration and changed the sky. And I love how it turned out. It really changed the atmosphere of the painting, and I think it complements the scene really well. So I'm noticing with a lot of my oil paintings, as I'm getting closer to the end of the painting process, a lot of surprises show up. And I think it's because you have to, wait to put a lot of details into an oil painting until kind of the later stages. And it surprises me where the piece can end up going, because I feel like after having completed so much of the piece, you have a really good idea of where it's going to go. And then at the last minute, it changes, and you kind of just have to, deal with that and work with that. So yeah, just like with the, sunset surprising me in this painting, when I was reviewing my reference photos to finish the sunflowers, this, beautiful geometric pattern on the heads of the sunflowers stuck out to me. And I really wanted to figure out a way to incorporate these details into the sunflowers. So I decided to put these thick dabs of paint, almost like impasto, I don't know if but anyways, in the center of my sunflowers. And it didn't really turn out like I was kind of thinking it would, but I really do love how it ended up looking. I started this piece in the middle of summer in 2020, and I was in full summer mode. I remember everything just felt like it was so alive. The sun was warm and bright. I also really love how this little spirit turned out. She's just so cute. It's like she's glowing around all these wild sunflowers, and yeah, I don't know, when I look at the, spirits or women or goddesses or whatever I should call them that I put into my artwork, it's like they speak to me, maybe I sound crazy. They give me these impressions, and they are all so unique, and they all have their own energy, and I'm just so obsessed with this aspect of my creations, it comforts something in my soul. When I sit and look at them over the course of creating them, it's like they come to life and they remind me of the magic that really exists in our world, within ourselves. That we are all connected to each other, to the natural world, to everything. I want to make sure I document the journey each piece takes me on the best I can, even just for myself to review back to later. When I look at other creators' artwork, I have a lot of questions that I wish I could ask, and I want to make sure I'm at least asking myself some of these questions about my own pieces. Looking at the very beginning, I wonder things like, where did the idea or inspiration for this piece come from? And when I think about this, I don't exactly know where the idea for this painting came from. And I could probably say that about a good chunk of the pieces I've created. It's funny because sometimes I just get a picture in my head, inspired out of what feels like nowhere. But when I dive a little deeper into the things that are actually inspiring me, I realize that for me, creating pieces I truly love comes from following the things in life that I truly love and focusing in on those things intensely, like a sunflower. Now looking back as I'm finishing up this piece, I wonder something like, where was I trying to go with this piece, and did I get there? As I've kept going with developing as an artist, I've found myself wondering about this. Did this piece turn out how I thought it would? No. But I honestly don't think a piece ever often does turn out the way I'm anticipating it to, and that's a part of the fun. Like I said, they kind of take on a life of their own, and it usually turns out in so many ways better than I could have anticipated, which is really rewarding because it shows me I'm capable of creating things in the moment spontaneously. I think a balanced art practice definitely includes learning how to be more present in the studio and out of it. Something else I believe also walks hand in hand with this particular notion is following the flow of the painting. In the moment of being inspired, it's like riding a wave, and you just follow your instincts and you know what feels right to do with this creation in this moment. And it's exciting. It's like I get high off of moments like that when I'm creating. And I look back at my painting as I'm going and I start to understand that for me, the concept of my paintings become less significant, and the feelings or mood I'm trying to portray really starts to influence where I'm trying to take this piece. And I love the journey a creative piece takes you on. So obviously, I put a lot of myself into my art practice. I give it a lot of time, energy, and thought. and I feel like it gives me so much in return. And I really hope that through my art and my content, you get something in return as well. But yeah, I love how this painting turned out. And the texture of it is so beautiful in real life. I really hope that it translates over this medium. But if not, I am trying to figure out a way to maybe create something where, you know, you can see the texture in real life. Maybe some mini originals of the sunflowers, or maybe like a canvas print where I can put the texture on the print myself. I don't know, if either one of those things appeal to you, let me know, because my rule of thumb has kind of just been, if I would buy it and if I would like it, then I make it. I don't know. So yeah. And I'm really sorry I don't have any product to show you of what I'm going to be recreating from this piece. I really was hoping I would for the ending of this vlog, but it's, you know, it's been kind of a learning experience trying to get products made that look the way I want them to. But I've been figuring it out. It's gonna be happening. And I have some really exciting ideas for some of the products that I want to offer. I'm going blank, sorry. So the way that I'm probably going to go about it is in my third vlog, I will just showcase all of the products that I recreated from these pieces, and yeah, should be releasing my next 2 videos really soon since I've been working on them for so long. So please keep your eye out. If you want to be more in the loop, feel free to subscribe or sign up for my monthly newsletter. And yeah, just thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your support from the bottom of my heart, really. Sending you mad creative energy, and I hope you use it wisely. Take care. Sorry. So yeah, and that's what these first 3 vlogs are gonna kind of be centered around, are these 3 paintings that I will be launching. Yeah, I'm kind of repeating myself, I know. I'll get better at this. I'll get better at this. So yeah. This first video is really chill. Oh, sorry. No, we're sorry. No, I'm not. This is like pulling teeth. Okay, sorry, it's not the best. Okay, but anyways, this first video was a big learning experience, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed learning, you know, this new creative skill. Okay. This first video, I don't like it. Should be a really good video. I'm really looking forward to it. Not blah blah blah. I don't know. That was horrible. That was horrible. Okay, babe. We get it. No, I decided I really want to share more with people my passion for living a creative life. And so that's why they're out here, and that's why I'm making this stupid part. Like, you care. Bleh. Okay, fine. Let's just start over. But anyways, this. I'm not ready. Hi, my name is Sadie, and I'm a multimedia artist based out of Salt Lake City, Utah. Profesh. Hi, my name is Sadie, and I'm a multimedia artist based out of Salt Lake City, Utah. And welcome to my YouTube channel, where I will be documenting my experiences running a small art shop and studio, Sadie Jane Creations. It's gonna show right here. I wasn't recording any of that. Okay. Hi, my name is Sadie. I'm a multimedia artist based out of Salt Lake City, Utah. And welcome to my YouTube channel, where I will be sharing my experiences, something.